The only type of border most people know about is the ones with those long queues whose end has an immigration officer stamping everyone's passport as slowly as they possibly can. But that's not the only kind of borders there are. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 most unusual borders in the world. Make sure you watch to the end as the border in number 1 is simply ridiculous. Hey there guys, welcome back to Top 5 Ferret, your number 1 home for all things facts. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. The Diomede Islands. There are 2 Diomede Islands and they are located between Alaska and Siberia in what is called the Bering Strait. These 2 islands are referred to as Big Diomede and Little Diomede, and you can very much swim from one island to the other as they are only separated by 3.8 kilometers of water. So what's unusual about these 2 islands? Well, depending on the direction you swim, you can either go to the future or go to the past. This is because both of these islands sit on either side of the international dateline. This means that although they are so close to each other, Big Diomede, who is administered by Russia, is 21 hours ahead of Little Diomede, who is administered by the US. Because of this, Big Diomede has been given the nickname Tomorrow Island, while Little Diomede bears the nickname Yesterday Island. So if it's Monday morning and you don't want to go to work, simple. Just swim back to yesterday and enjoy your Sunday all over again. And if you think this is crazy, make sure you watch the video to the end to find out the 2 countries separated by a coffee shop. Number 4. Mount Everest, China, Nepal. Mount Everest is not just the tallest mountain in the world. It also houses the tallest border in the world. At about 29,000 feet high on Mount Everest lies the border between China and Nepal. Unsurprisingly, not very many people make it up this far. In 2015, for instance, 0 climbers made it to the top of Mount Everest because of the really bad weather. Scientists have predicted this will become more common due to climate change. Number 3. Land art, Poland, Ukraine. While most international borders simply have a welcome to said country sign and their tiring customs office, the border between Poland and Ukraine is not so. In fact, it's much more artistic. Between Poland and Ukraine is a long stretch of farmland, and so in 2011, the 2 countries hired Yaroslav Koziara, a Polish-born artist, to create art that spans across the 2 countries for an annual land art festival. The result, as you can see, is a gigantic crop circle fish that the artist says symbolizes unity between the 2 countries. The artist created the masterpiece by planting different seeds that later germinated to form the pattern. Number 2. Egypt-Sudan border. We all know about land squabbles that many countries have over some regions. Whether for cultural, geopolitical, or historical reasons, there are a lot of regions that opposing parties both want the right of ownership to. But how about the land that either country can take, but none of them wants? Well, that's the Egypt-Sudan border, Bir Tawil. Bir Tawil is a roadless patch of desert that is about 2,000 square kilometers in size. It's uninhabited due to the fact that neither Egypt nor Sudan wants anything to do with the land, as they both prefer their historical boundaries. Maybe because their current claim to land would be weakened if they accept Bir Tawil. We do not really know. But for now, Bir Tawil remains unclaimed. Because of this, a lot of other countries and organizations, even some individuals, have tried to claim this land as their own, but all have received serious backlash from the international community. Before we look at the most unusual border in the world, if you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit the like button down below. Also, subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an upload in the future. Number 1. Baarle-Nassau, the Netherlands, Belgium. We don't think there's truly any border that's more elaborate than the zigzags going through Baarle-Nassau. Although the town itself is Dutch, it shares a border between Belgium. The town on the side of Belgium is known as Baarle-Hertog. The cause of this confusing zigzag border is the fact that there are 24 separate pieces of land in the Netherlands that belong to Belgium. This is as a result of a lot of land swaps and treaties done in medieval times. So to make sure everything is orderly, Both the Netherlands and Belgium decided to define the border between the two countries by installing white crosses on the pavements across the town. This separation is so precise that sometimes it runs through shops, lawns, storefronts, and even a cafe. Okay, so get this. At one point, Dutch law required all its restaurants to close early. The stores that were partly in the Netherlands were affected too. But instead of kicking out all their customers, they simply moved them to the other side of the cafe that was in Belgium. This has also affected things like elections, as even houses are split in two sometimes. To find out which country they're living in, residents use the side of the border their front door is in. So if you want to travel cross-country, just change the position of your front door. And with that, guys, we've come to the end of this video. Tell us down in the comment section which of these borders is the most unusual. And until next time, thank you very much for watching.